The Sri Lankan sloth bear is a subspecies of the sloth bear found in Sri Lanka, an island country in South Asia. It is one of the two subspecies of sloth bears, the other being the Indian sloth bear. The Sri Lankan sloth bear is listed as vulnerable on the IUCN Red List of Threatened Species. Its population is declining due to habitat loss, fragmentation, and poaching. The conversion of forests for agriculture and human settlements is a significant threat to their survival. The Sri Lankan sloth bear is a unique and fascinating species that plays a vital role in the ecosystems of Sri Lanka. Efforts to conserve their habitats and raise awareness about their conservation needs are crucial for their long-term survival. The Sri Lankan sloth bear has shaggy fur that is generally black or dark brown in color. However, the exact coloration can vary among individuals, and some bears may exhibit a lighter shade of brown. The fur is relatively long and coarse, providing protection and insulation. One distinctive feature of the Sri Lankan sloth bear is the presence of a V-shaped white or yellowish-white patch on its chest. This marking stands out against the darker fur and can vary in size and shape. The patch may extend from the base of the neck down to the upper chest, forming a prominent V pattern. In terms of size, Sri Lankan sloth bears are medium-sized bears. Males are typically larger than females, with males weighing between 100 to 140 kilograms and females weighing around 55 to 95 kilograms. They have a body length of about 1.4 to 1.9 meters. The sloth bear's physical appearance is well adapted to its feeding habits. It has long, curved claws that it uses for tearing apart termite mounds and anthills to access its primary food source. The bears also have a relatively long, flexible snout and a specialized tongue that can extend to great lengths, aiding in the extraction of insects from narrow crevices. The Sri Lankan sloth bear is not known for its speed. Unlike some other bear species, such as the grizzly bear or polar bear, sloth bears are not built for fast running or chasing down prey. They have relatively short and stout limbs, which are more adapted for climbing trees and digging. While there isn't specific data on the top speed of a Sri Lankan sloth bear, it is generally considered to be slow-moving and lumbering in its movements. They have a characteristic shuffling gait and tend to move at a leisurely pace. Their primary mode of locomotion is walking or ambling, and they can also climb trees proficiently using their strong claws. Sri Lankan sloth bears are generally considered to be solitary animals, meaning they prefer to live and forage alone rather than in social groups. They are not highly social like some other bear species, such as grizzly bears or brown bears, which can form family groups or share territories. Adult sloth bears tend to have large home ranges and typically avoid contact with other individuals, except during the breeding season. They mark their territories using scent markings and vocalizations to communicate their presence and to avoid conflicts with other bears. Sloth bears, including the Sri Lankan sloth bear, are not known for being strong swimmers. Unlike some other bear species, such as polar bears, which are excellent swimmers and spend a significant amount of time in water, sloth bears are generally more terrestrial in their habits. While sloth bears may occasionally encounter bodies of water, such as streams or ponds, they are not known to be proficient swimmers. If they need to cross a body of water, they may wade through shallow areas rather than actively swimming. Their heavy build and short limbs are not well suited for long-distance swimming. The Sri Lankan sloth bear has an omnivorous diet, meaning it consumes a variety of plant and animal matter. However, their primary food source consists of insects, particularly termites and ants. Sloth bears are highly specialized in their ability to locate and extract these insects from their mounds. Termites and ants make up a significant portion of the sloth bear's diet. They have long, curved claws that they use to tear open termite mounds and ant hills. The bears have a long, flexible snout, which they insert into the mounds to suck up the insects using a vacuum-like action. Their specialized tongue can extend to great lengths, allowing them to reach deep into the mounds and gather their prey. In addition to insects, sloth bears also consume other food items opportunistically. They may eat a variety of fruits, such as berries and figs, as well as honeycombs when they come across them. On rare occasions, they may even prey upon small mammals, birds, or reptiles. The average lifespan of a Sri Lankan sloth bear in the wild is estimated to be around 20 to 30 years. However, this can vary depending on various factors such as habitat conditions, availability of food, predation risks, and human impacts. In captivity, sloth bears have been known to live longer than their wild counterparts, with some individuals reaching ages of 30 years or more. The improved access to food, veterinary care, and protection from predators in captive environments contribute to their extended lifespan. The breeding pattern of Sri Lankan sloth bears, like other bear species, is generally characterized by a seasonal reproductive cycle and sexual dimorphism. Sloth bears are polygamous, meaning that males typically mate with multiple females during the breeding season. The exact timing of the breeding season can vary, but it generally occurs during the hotter months when food availability is higher. During this period, male sloth bears may actively search for receptive females and engage in courtship behaviors. This can involve vocalizations, scent marking, and displays of dominance to establish their reproductive rights. Once a female sloth bear becomes receptive, she will mate with one or more males. The gestation period, or the time between conception and birth, is approximately 7 to 8 months. Female sloth bears typically give birth to 1 or 2 cubs, though litters of 3 cubs have been reported on rare occasions. The cubs are born blind, hairless, and helpless, weighing around 300 to 400 grams. The mother bear provides care and protection to her cubs, nursing them and keeping them in a den or a sheltered area. The cubs rely on their mother for nourishment and guidance during their early stages of life. They stay with their mother for an extended period, often up to 2 to 3 years, as they learn essential survival skills. After the cubs become independent, the mother may enter another breeding cycle, while the cubs venture out to establish their own territories. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for even more viewing pleasure. Don't forget, like and comment. Feel free to share.